Good morning and welcome to the homestead, everyone. How y'all doing? It's actually almost noontime. We had a little bit of sprinkles this morning. I had some running around to do, but we are finally going to get out on the sawmill. I have my gorilla cart full of stuff. Gonna need that for sawdust and so I can film for you guys. I'm headed to the top of the property. We are going to get some sawmilling done, so stick around. Okay, one of the first things I've got to do is get it uncovered and get it checked out. Okay guys, I got the hatchway open. You can see that I have the blade is loose. I keep the blade loose, it's what they recommend. There is a belt on this tensioning wheel, and if you keep the blade tight when you're not using it, it can create a flat spot and a wobble. So that's why I keep it loose. Now this blade here, we're going to change because, give me 1 second, I'll show you. This is a turnbuckle. I'll show you where it goes in the frame, and it holds the logs in place. But look at that, guys. Right there. I hit it with this blade. I didn't move it down. I wasn't paying attention. So that blade is dull. We're going to put a fresh blade in there. We will sharpen this blade at a later date, but that's a video for another time. So the first thing I'm going to do, I have my blade extender here. I got to loosen that up so that I can get my blade out. Just like that. Because this is already loose, it should just come right out. Just like that, guys, comes right out. I got a nice fresh blade here, and we're going to pop that on. And it's super easy. You just put it in there. Yeah, I say it's super easy. Let's actually make it look super easy. There we go. Now it's in there. Perfect. Now we're going to put this back on. All right, guys, now what I'm gonna do is I wanna make sure that my blade is true. So I'm gonna kind of line it up where it usually will ride. Okay, can you see this over here? Hang on, let me turn you a little bit. Right here, this is the tensioner. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm going to put a little bit of tension on it. Right about there. Okay. You can see that's nice and tight. So what we want to do is we want to make sure the blade is traveling along the wheel in the same spot as we turn it. Okay, so as I turn it, we want to make sure that that's what's happening. So let's check it. Okay, guys, so see how the teeth are just off of the wheel all the way around, and it's exactly the same on the other side. What you're looking at is you're wanting to make sure that this wheel is level this way and this way. That wheel over there is in a fixed position. So this is the one you make all your adjustments with, and you make those adjustments back here with this adjustment block. But I don't have to make any adjustments. My wheel is straight and true, so we're good to go. We're gonna make sure it's got tension and it's got water. We'll get it closed up, and then we'll get to milling. All right, guys, now that we got the mill all straightened out, we're gonna come over here. I have this bucket right here, and I have this hook right here. Put that on there like that, and when all my sawdust comes out, I catch it in the bucket, and then I put it in the bin as we go. So this is a 4x4 I milled up a while ago. I'm gonna get this off. I'm gonna get that first log on. We'll get it fired up and get ready to go. All right, guys, we got our log on the bunks. These are those little chocks. So those hold the log in place. They keep the log from being pushed over that way. And then this clamp locks it in place. So this is an 8-footer. I'm gonna square this up into a cant, and then we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do from there. right, guys, we got a nice square cant on the mill. I thought I would go over a few things with this mill. Okay, so this is a Woodland Mills HM122, and I have a 16-foot deck, so I can cut 16-foot boards or 16-foot logs into boards. And it's quite a task to get this all up. Now, let me show you. You can see I have it sitting on cinder blocks right now, and it's up and it's level. And these are bunks. These are level to my rails. And then these here, let me get the log out of the way for you guys. Hold on one second. Let's pull this log back. These here, which hold up against the log, these are squared off to these bunks. And these bunks are squared off to the blade. So if I bring my mill out here and I measure from here to here, it should be the same as from here to here. So everything's coming out nice and level. Now, because I have it on the cinder blocks, it does move around right now for a little bit, but I have timbers cut up. These ones here, I have them underneath this tarp. They're 6x6s. There's 4 10-footers. Those are for my buddy Jason over at White Rock Nation. He has the exact same mill. He hasn't set his up yet, but I milled them up for him, so when he puts his together, he'll have all the timbers he needs. I am going to be cutting some timbers just like that very shortly. And what I'll do is I will take the head off of the mill. You just take these little stoppers off, put some blocks down, and I can roll it right off. I'll take the rails, I'll move them over, I'll put my blocks on there, I'll square them all up, get them level, and secure them with cross beams to each other. And then I'll come in, I'll put the rail back on, put these little feet up on the beam, screw them in, and I should be nice and solid and level moving forward. Now, I haven't done that already because, let's face it, guys, I made a chicken coop. I made a mobile chicken coop and the hoop house and some small projects around here, the brooder. I really wasn't worried about it. And these logs that I'm gonna mill up today, I'm not super worried about it. Everything's coming out just fine. But before we start milling to build the house, we will do that project and make sure that everything for the house is straight as an arrow. So that's where we're at with the sawmill and my setup on the sawmill. So let's take a look at what we got here, okay? We have looks like 6 3/8 by 6 1/4. 6 3/8 by 6 1/4. I think what I'm gonna take out of these is 1-inch strips. So I need what we call back home fairing strips. They're 1 inch wide, 1 inch thick by 1.5 inches, 2 inches wide, and whatever length you want. And actually, that's what I'm gonna put on top of my rafters. And then I'm gonna screw my metal roof into that when I build Missy's farm stand slash garden building. So I'll get quite a few of them out of this log. So I'm gonna set you guys up on time lapse, and I'm gonna show you how I do that. Alrighty guys, there it is. That one log earned us, I don't know, dozen and a half boards, 2 inches by 3/4 inch. Not bad, bunch of fair and strip. That'll get us started. So what I gotta do is I gotta work on all of these logs, guys. So I'm gonna set you up on a little bit of time lapse, and I'll shoot some of it, and then we'll come back at the end and I'll let you know how much I got cut and what I cut it into. All right, guys, it is hot. Hold on. Whew. Whew, it's hot. Hot like the surface of the sun. So I think I had 7 logs, maybe 8 to start. I got 3 left, so I either cut 4 or 5. I think 4. Let me take you off the tripod and show you what I got done. All right, guys. So right here is a pile of 2x6s, and right there is a pile of fairing board. That's 1x2s. That's 2.5 deep over there. Those are all 8-footers. These are 10-footers and one 14-foot, 1 inch. So not too bad. These are the logs I have left. But that's where we're at, guys. Oh, I am burning up out here. There was shade out here earlier, but not anymore. So I think I'm gonna call it for today. I'm gonna get the mill taken down, get it to its resting position, get it put away and covered up. Go see what Missy's got going and sit in the air conditioning for about a half hour. Hey, thanks for joining us here on the homestead. We really appreciate it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that bell. It'll let you know every time we got a video coming out. Till the next one, guys, we'll see you later. Bye.